Good morning. A couple of days ago, we started talking about giving, and we give you the verse that you find in Luke, the 6th chapter, and the 38th verse, and it says this: "Give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down, and shaken together, and running over, shall men give into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye mete withal, it shall be measured to you again." Also, it says in Matthew, actually in 2 Corinthians, the 9th chapter, the 6th verse, it says, "But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver." Ephesians, the 6th chapter, and the 8th verse says this: "Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free." Whatever he does, he's going to receive it back from God. Matthew 25:31. "When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory." I want you to hear this. Receiving comes from giving. Giving puts receiving into action. I want to say that again. Receiving comes from giving, and giving puts receiving into action. A couple of days ago, we started talking about giving and how God would give us favor. Today, I want you to hear this in this devotion, that a person who gives out of a giving concept will give all the time. When they understand the concept of giving, they'll give all the time. When they understand that receiving comes from giving and that giving puts receiving into action, the person who understands this concept will be a person who gives all the time, because they understand that receiving comes from their giving, living the lifestyle of a giver. You know, I really feel that in the upcoming devotions for the rest of this week, even into the rest of this month going into Christmas, I really feel like we need to talk about the truest nature of giving. You know, the Bible says that God so loved the world that he gave. Now, we know that God gave the greatest gift of all in the form of his Son, Jesus Christ. When Jesus came to this world, God gave. But understand this: God's nature, the nature of God, is to give. And the Bible teaches us that we need to take on God's nature. Well, the nature of God is love and giving. And so if we're going to be like God, then we have to be full of love, and we have to be givers. You know, the Bible says that if we do not love, then we do not know God. Well, a part of love is giving. And so remember these verses that I gave you today, and remember this. Let me say this statement again, that the person who understands the concept of giving will be a giver all the time. The person who gives out of a giving concept will give all the time. Today, I want you to understand the concept of giving, and let's say it again, that receiving comes from giving, and that giving puts receiving into action. Be encouraged by this devotion today, and be a giver. Until tomorrow, this is Pastor Allen reminding you that God has a plan and a purpose for your life.